Hey, what is going on, Fan Clan? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Danny Phantom. First of all, I just wanted to start out by saying thank you to everybody who joined me last night for our vintage box break opening. We opened up a Jungle booster box. We sold like 33 out of the 36 packs. We ended up opening about 25 of them. With my booster box breaks, you actually have the opportunity to either keep the pack sealed and then I'll ship it to you sealed, or you can have me open it live on this YouTube channel right here. A lot of people took advantage of me opening them live. It was a lot of fun. I ended up getting peer pressured into opening up a pack for myself at the end, and giving into peer pressure apparently works because I pulled a hollow Scyther out of the last pack. So some last pack magic, some good karma, some good luck, whatever you might want to call it. It was a blast. I love researching the time that these boxes came out. I try and dig deep into them and really actually rewind time. So we talk about what was in during that time. So for Jungle, it came out in June of 1999. So we talk about movies and we talk about different TV shows and foods and different things like that. Really try to bring back the old times, the vintage times, I guess we would call them, according to the booster box. So we're doing one booster box of each set. So we've opened up base, we opened up first edition Jungle, we opened up unlimited Jungle. There is a fossil box on its way to me that I should have within the next couple days. So if you haven't been able to join us yet for a vintage box break, it will be coming soon. I should get that in the mail in the next couple days, and I will post probably on my Instagram page. So follow me on Instagram, danny.phantom. I will post a story when the packs go live and what date and time we do the fossil vintage break. But then after that, we'll move on to Team Rocket, the Gym series, the Neo series. It's going to be a lot of fun. With that, I do want to get into what the main topic is for tonight, and I'll get into that in a second, but I do have a couple of housekeeping matters that I just want to pay attention to quick and draw your attention to quick. The first one being Hidden Fates. So we should have Hidden Fates cases coming at the end of the month. We're still looking at different ways that we can utilize those Hidden Fates cases. One thing that I would like to try doing is doing box breaks or case breaks with those. So if that's something that you would be interested in, please comment down below. We would probably sell slots on our website at pkmncoliseum.com. Pop and I talked about this earlier today. It would be a really fun way to kind of interact more with you guys on the channel here, do some more YouTube lives, and then open up some packs where the shipping would help us bring the cost of the box down a little bit. So if that's something you would be interested in, please feel free to comment down below. And then the final thing that I want to talk to you about is just this big goal that I have, and I know I've talked about this before, of getting to 100,000 subscribers next year and trying to make this into a full-time gig. I do have a little bit of an incentive. I don't know if it's going to work out because it's kind of a crazy big goal. I talked to Papa about this a little bit already, and I know it's super unrealistic, but in a perfect world, in an ideal scenario, I would be able to get to 50,000 subscribers by February 19th of 2021. And why I say February 19th, because if that is the release day for Shining Fates, and if we can get to 50,000 subscribers by February 19th, I will give away 50 Elite Trainer boxes of Shining Fates. So 1 out of every 1,000 subscribers would be winning a Hidden Fates or a Shining Fates Elite Trainer box. So if you're not currently subscribed, please consider hitting that subscribe button down below and make sure you're telling your friends about it. With that being said, I want to talk to you about evolutions because for some reason this is a topic right now and I don't get it. So we talked about evolutions a lot during the live stream last night. There were some questions that popped up about, hey Danny, is evolutions getting a reprint, or is XY Evolutions coming back next year? And apparently there was some companies, some rumors that went around that said Pokemon had told XYZ company directly, and I'm not going to name any names or talk about any companies because I don't want to spread false information or say anything if there was anything distorted, but basically it said that Pokemon has talked to XYZ company and said that Evolutions would be getting reprinted in October 2021 along with a special 25th anniversary commemorative set. So we've talked about the 25th anniversary having the possibility of being Shining Fates. We know now from Pokebeach. Pokebeach was able to put up this screen right here, which says, we can now reveal a 25th anniversary set will release in fall of 2021. We've had its product listings for 2 months, but we're asked to withhold posting a story until they appeared publicly online. This set has several products listed with 25th in the placeholder names. This includes an Elite Trainer box, a premium collection, a collector's chest, a VMAX figure collection, mini tins, and 2 other boxes, whereas XY Evolutions was a regular set. This set does not have any booster boxes or blister packs listed, which indicates it's another special set. The the product will release on October 8th. This is a month before Sword and Shield 8, further indicating it's a special set. TPCI wouldn't release 2 regular sets next to each other. We also have the release date for the remaining sets in the year. I won't go through the rest of it. But basically what this is saying is that there is going to be a 25th anniversary special set that's coming out. PokeBeach kind of dropped this news about a week ago. John is a very, very respectable guy in the community. I trust PokeBeach with a lot of information, so I go to them, and I go to Poke Guardian for a lot of news. You can go check out those websites. They're very, very useful tools. But basically what he's saying is that there's going to be a special set that comes out at the end of the year, and I don't know if this got distorted along the way or whatever the case may be, but somehow there has been some rumors going around now that this means, or not necessarily this, but that Pokemon has told other companies that Evolutions is going to be reprinted. So there has been a lot of questions and concerns about, hey, is Evolutions actually getting reprinted? Does that mean the price is going to go down considerably? Should we expect a dip? Should we be selling off Evolutions? So first of all, let's back up the train for a second and kind of analyze this a little bit. So first of all, I have never seen Pokemon announce a reprint a year early. So we are talking about 11 months down the road. So I can see them talking about a special set coming out next October. It is very, very interesting to see that it's not going to be a main set. So it's going to be a special set, much like what we saw with Champion's Path, much like what we're seeing with Shining Fates. There will be another special set that will only focus on collection boxes and the Elite Trainer box, and that is going to focus on the 25th anniversary specific to the TCG side of things. Now, is that going to be a reprint or a redistribution of jungle and fossil like cards, or is it going to be bringing up like a Neo series to the time? That remains to be seen. But what it does not mean is that Evolutions is getting reprinted. I have not heard any information from anybody regarding Evolutions getting reprinted at all. I do have some very close ties with my distributors, and I would think that they would tell me by now if they would have heard anything. Now, that's not to say that another company may not have direct lines with employees at the Pokemon Company. I'm not going to discredit anybody and say that they're wrong, but what I will say is that I am going to kind of take this with a grain of salt, and I'm going to say I would rather hear it from the horse's mouth first before I confirm anything like this, because this is something that would be unprecedented in Pokemon's history. We have seen them reprint stuff before, and you can say stuff like, oh, well, Danny, we didn't think they were going to reprint Roaring Skies, we didn't think that they were going to reprint Ancient Origins, and that was a long time after those released. But it really wasn't. At the time when Roaring Skies was reprinted and when Ancient Origins was reprinted, these were still in the standard rotation for competitive play. And part of the reason that Roaring Skies got reprinted was because the price of Shaymins were just going through the roof. I mean, they were a staple in every deck, a 4 of in just about every deck. It was reaching $40 to $50 for a regular art card, $60 to $70, $80 for a full art EX, and the prices were just climbing, and Roaring Skies booster boxes were getting insanely high. That's no different than what we see now with like Unified Minds getting reprinted, Unbroken Bonds getting reprinted. The booster boxes just got so high, and Pokemon does want their TCG competitive side to be able to afford these cards. So when the prices get astronomical for booster boxes, then I can see Pokemon reprinting a little bit. And since Shaymin was still in the standard rotation, it made a little bit more sense then to reprint. Granted, it hurted vendors at the time, but it helped out the competitive side and helped put more Shaymins into the market. It helped put more product into the market, and they did print a lot of it. But also, Pokemon Go was a craze at the time. Evolutions had just come off a print recently before that, and there was a lot more people in the game. So the initial print run of Roaring Skies probably wasn't as big as it should have been or could have been, and that's why they reprinted it again, and it wasn't really that long down the road. So when we're talking about Unified Minds getting reprinted and Unbroken Bonds getting reprinted, and those are out of the standard format, that goes back to what we were talking about in previous videos with those prices just kind of ballooning during this, whatever it has been that we've been going through over the last several months, where Pokemon has just kind of exploded when it comes to sealed product. So they were putting some more sealed product that's close to a modern era set, as close as modern era as it can be, back out into the market to help bring those prices down a little bit. Evolutions, XY Evolutions came out, I think on like October 31st or 30th, somewhere around there of 2016. Like, it's over 5 years old. So to reprint a set that's over 5 years old doesn't make sense to me and doesn't line up. I have never seen Pokemon ever reprint something that old before. So I don't even know if I would consider XY Evolutions to be a modern set. I've seen a lot of arguments like, oh, this is why you can't trust modern sets because they're just going to reprint it. And there's a lot of commentators or a lot of comments out there thinking that this XY Evolutions reprint is actually happening. I honestly do not think so. Now, I have been wrong in the past, but going off of all the trends and all of the history and all the things that I've learned from Pokemon throughout the years, this would be very, very out of the ordinary for them. Now, I wouldn't put that past Pokemon because they've done things out of the ordinary before, but the idea of them printing something that's 2 generations behind does not line up with anything Pokemon's ever done before. There is not a whole lot of competitive cards in XY Evolution, so it's not like putting more printing is going to get more cards into the market that's going to help the TCG competitive side of things. There is a ton of XY Evolutions product already in circulation, whether it be opened or sealed still. And you still have, like, the Kanto Power Boxes, for example, just came out a couple months ago, and I understand that they're hard to find, and I understand that Evolutions is getting crazy expensive, and you're looking at $10, $15 for a booster pack, but at the same time, these products were out for a very, very long time. I remember when I couldn't give Evolutions booster boxes away for $80. I was trying to sell packs for $2 a piece. Now we live in a world where they're $15 a piece. They were so liquid at the time, and now it seems like Pokemon XY Evolutions has finally started going away a little bit. I don't see them coming back and reprinting something that's 5 years old and that is 2 sets, 2 gens ago. It would be no different than, you know, when I mean, you had base set, then you had the Neo Gen, which was Gen 2, and then you had Gen 3, then reprinting a base set booster box at that time. It would be very, very, very different from anything Pokemon's ever done before, and you're talking about 11 months down the road, which would make it over 6 years, or make it 6 years old. So on the 6-year anniversary of Evolutions, we're going to reprint it. Come on, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So I wouldn't scramble. I wouldn't start selling off all of your Evolutions product right now. I know that they reprinted or redistributed more Evolutions ETBs. I know that there was a lot of booster packs on the market. I know that there was a lot of booster boxes on the market. The majority of me thinks that, hey, these were probably just leftover packs because it was such a massive print run at the beginning. I think Pokemon is putting all of their interest right now into the 25th anniversary. There's going to be a lot of time spent on Shining Fates. You'll probably have some reprints early in the year, like we just had the Champion's Path reprint for the 3rd wave of ETBs. We have Hidden Fates ETBs coming up. Vivid Voltage is going to have a massive reprint in January. Darkness Ablaze is going to have a decent size reprint. We're going to get Unified Minds. Hopefully we'll get more of Cosmic Eclipse if that rumor ends up coming true. But I don't see them adding something then that's 2 gens prior to that to circulation. Also, it just wouldn't make a whole lot of sense, especially when they're introducing a new 25th anniversary set. We're knocking on the door at that point in time of a new generation, and which point XY Evo would be 3 generations behind. So if we use common sense and if we look at the history of Pokemon, granted, yes, Pokemon has done weird stuff in the past, I don't see this as a realistic opportunity. So if you're somebody who's sitting on some Evo product, or if you're somebody who's recently purchased Evo product, I wouldn't panic and start selling things off now. I do think it's going to hold and retain value and probably continue to rise throughout the years. I do expect to see a dip in Pokemon over the next 6 months or so, especially right after Shining Fates comes out, and then we'll see kind of a resurgence next year when we do hit that 25-year anniversary mark. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I really, really hope, let me know down in the comment section below, I really hope that it's going to be a Neo reprint and not like a Jungle / Fossil. I really just want to get to that Neo series. It just seems like we don't have a whole lot of love for those Neo cards. There was not an Empoleon GX, there wasn't a Meganium GX, there wasn't a Typhlosion GX. All those cards were printed in an EX setting, but not a GX setting, and they were printed in an old EX setting, so not even like the XY EXs. We're talking about prior, like pre-XY black and white EXs, even before that. So yeah, I don't think Evolutions is getting reprinted. That's my own personal opinion. Take that for what it's worth. I don't know. I can't say 100%. I didn't talk to anybody at Pokemon. All I know is that it is very unlikely that 11 months in advance we would have information about XY Evolutions getting reprinted. I don't have the sources that work at Pokemon, so if this is an actual event where this source does, or this company does have a source that works at Pokemon, maybe there's some validity to it, but as of right now, I would not believe it until you hear it from some multiple settings. With that being said, let me know what you think down below in the comments. If you think that Evolutions is getting reprinted, if you want Evolutions to get reprinted, just kind of crazy to me how much buzz there is going around on it. I just don't think it's possible. With that being said, guys, thank you so much. Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. All we have to do is get like double what we have now within the next 3 months, and we'll get 50 ETBs of Shining Fates. We'll give them away to you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for everything. I had so much fun last night. I can't wait till the next vintage box break. Until next time, peace.